Yo, what's up, guys? I'm just gonna make a quick Runes and Masteries video. It's honestly gonna be a really quick video because they're pretty simple as of right now. Um, as of right now, there's only two ADCs that I don't run the same page on, which would be Draven and Blue Ezreal. And then some people will have their preferences a little bit different than what I run. On every ADC, you have your flat AD reds, and then this is different for Blue Ezreal. We'll go over that later though. Your armor yellows, your magic resist blues, flat, not scaling. Don't run scaling, please. And then 3 attack speed coins. This is your base page. You can run, like, this is the first page that I buy every time I make a Smurf account. This is my first page. This can be ran on every AD carry, even Draven and Ezreal, whatever. There's some variations to this page. For example, I almost always run these 4 attack speed blues. Gives you 16% attack speed, so an extra 2% attack speed. And you're only missing out on like 7 magic resist. I mean 5 magic resist. And then my reasoning behind this is, if you go to item sets, Sork shoes. So for 1100 gold, this is an item that mid laners buy every single game, AP mids. They delete more than what your runes will give you. So by the time you're even meeting a mid laner that builds AP, their shoes delete your magic resist. And that doesn't include the 6% magic penetration they get for this, for devastating strikes, and their void staff, or if they happen to build a haunting guys. So they're going to be hitting you for true damage whether or not you take these extra 4 attack speed blues. That's my reasoning behind it. Chinese ADCs go even further than that, and they will actually take 2 more points. Actually, yeah, it's 2 more. Is it? Yeah, it is. Wait, let me see. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is their setup. I know that they at least run 17% attack speed, if not 18%. Basically, I like that little bit of magic resist in lane. It helps with supports like Nami. You know, you got the Leona procs, Thresh abilities, stuff of that nature. So you have that little bit of magic resist to mitigate some of that damage. But you pick up attack speed, which scales better into the late game. I love this attack speed. I can actually feel a big difference between 14 and 16%. So that's the variation that I make to this page. Some people will opt to take 1 physical damage quint or 2 physical damage quints on champions that are AD casters. So Ezreal, Corki, Lucian, Graves, stuff like that. I don't like it on Graves because Graves has such high base AD that he really likes his attack speed. So this 16% attack speed page is what I run almost every single game on Vayne, Twitch, Trist, Varus, Sivir, Misfortune, Lucian, Cog, Kalista, Jinx, Trinity Force, Ezreal, Corki, Kate, and Ashe. And even yeah, well, Trinity Force, Ezreal. I run this page religiously. I love this page. I love the attack speed. It gives me just enough magic resist to do what I want to do. But yeah, some people will opt to take an extra 1 or 2 AD quints. So we'll go over blue build Ezreal. I'm the wrong person to ask about Draven runes. I know that I'll show a page that Arrow ran in OGN actually recently. Oops, what the fuck am I doing? Okay. He ran, obviously, these physical damage. Some Dravens will run armor pen. He did not. And he ran armor. and then he ran flat magic resist. I'm pretty sure he ran straight flat magic resist with just straight up 3, like literally as standard as you get is what he ran on Draven, from what I remember. You know, some Dravens will run mana regen. Where's mana? Okay, mana regen. Some Dravens will take away some of these, throw in some HP, replace one of these with an armor quant, and this makes him ridiculous in lane, like that extra 40 HP. He has high base. I'm pretty sure the tankiest ADC, so this makes sense to me. Or even opting to go full like this. So you still have that. You have about roughly 9 armor, 72 HP in lane. I've seen Dravens do it. I've tried it myself. It was okay. I'm kind of the wrong person to ask about Draven. I don't like Draven. He's not my cup of tea. But we'll go over blue build Ezreal. I actually run physical damage reds, obviously, with HP scaling blues, a little bit of magic resist, with a bunch of mana regen, so that I can. What you do is, with all this mana regen you run, you just spam your abilities in lane, and you get your tier stacked as fast as humanly possible. You want to aim to get it stacked around 20 minutes, so this mana regen helps you do that a little bit. And then I run a physical damage quint and 2 armor quints. And what this does is, by level 6, these scaling HP yellows beat out like flat HP yellows. So by level 6, you're extremely tanky. On top of the 2 armor quints, you're extremely tanky. And the thing about blue build Ezreal is not only does he build out a CDR so he's safe because of his E, but in the gauntlet, it has 60 armor. So this HP scaling yellows, on top of the mastery points, which gives you, I think it's 3% max HP, you get so insanely tanky with this, and you have such a strong lane. Like, it's really hard to push an Ezreal out of lane running this, because he gets so much HP per level, he has his armor, he has so much mana regen, so he just farms with his Q. It's really frustrating to play against this setup. That's why I run it. I think that's about it. I'm trying to think if there's any other pages. I mean, that's like this page I run 9 out of 10 games, because I've been spamming Caitlyn. I've been spamming Caitlyn. I've been spamming Jinx. I'm picking up Tristana to counter blue Ezreals. I play Vayne, like all the champions I just listed like this page. We'll go into Masteries now. So right off the bat, you're just, attack speed is just the best. Out of these options, it's just the best. Blue build Ezreal I run 4 here, but that's a different story. So on every ADC, you got Fury. You go straight down physical damage, and then you go to Butcher and Feast, because those help sustain. Obviously, you need Butcher for Feast. Feast gives you 3 health and 1 mana. That's like the most important mastery point for laning, since the nerf to the Doran's Blade with the flat HP gain per auto attack. It's really, this stacks up with the 3% lifesteal. It's really important to have this. It adds up a lot over the laning phase. Then Martial Mastery, and then out of these points, Executioner is just the best. Executioner is 5% damage increase to champions below 50% HP. You can't pass up Executioner. And then you're here. The best point here to take is Dangerous Game. It is the best mastery point. I would argue it's the best mastery point in all 3 trees. I think this is an insanely underrated and extremely good mastery point. There's so many clutch situations where this mastery point can literally change the lane and then change the game for you. Like, that's my favorite mastery point. And this is where it gets kind of interesting. This is where it comes down to preference. If you're playing, say, Lucian, Ezreal, who else is there? Kog'Maw, Corki. If you're playing a champion that really likes weaving spells in between their auto attacks, I don't see you going. If you're going this route, you have to make sure you fit in an auto attack before using your first spell, or else it's a waste of a point. Auto attack, Q auto attack on Lucian. Auto attack, Q auto attack on Graves. I don't run spell weaving on Graves though. Corki, auto Q auto rocket auto. You weave the make sure to hit him with an auto first. Spell weaving, blade weaving. If you're playing like Lucian, Corki, whatever. I actually prefer on Lucian. I'll run that. Graves, I'll put the 2 points into Warlord, and then 3 points into Devastating Strike, 'cause it's the best. And then you have a point here. So, double-edged sword, no. You're a ranged champion, deal an additional 1.5% damage. Oh, that sounds great. Receive an additional 1.5% damage. I don't know about you guys, but I'm already getting one-shot by LeBlanc's. I don't want her to be one-shotting me even easier. I don't like double-edged sword. I'd like it on assassins, like mid laners, but not on ADC. I don't ever run this mastery point. Exposed weakness is interesting. If you have a high damage support like Annie, for example, then obviously exposed weakness is like a little bit more attractive. I typically put my point into Frenzy, and then obviously into Havoc. So that's if I'm playing Caitlyn. Here, let me just put these points in really fast. We'll talk about defense though. If I'm playing Caitlyn, Vayne, Trist, Twitch, Sivir, Kalista, Jinx, if they're relying on their auto attacks more than their spells to do damage, if they have high attack speed steroids and stuff like that, high attack speed scaling, I'm going to take points into Warlord. And then if I'm playing, like, say Lucian, Corki, I'll pull the points out of there and put them into spell and blade weaving. I know a lot of AD carries live by this mastery point. I don't really like it. I haven't really noticed a difference in running exposed weakness. It's allied champions damage, so it doesn't increase your damage. So I don't like it. Fuck my team, you know? That's my saying, dude. Fuck my team. If you're playing, like if I'm playing Corki and I have like an Annie support, I'm definitely gonna put a point into here because I'm building Trinity Force, so I'm not gonna have as much crit chance as say somebody building Phantom Dancer or Static Shift. So I don't mind giving up the point in Frenzy for exposed weakness. And that's literally there's very little room between the ADCs. And then obviously there's blue Ezreal. On blue Ezreal I do this. I get 5% CDR, so with this and CDR boots I have 20% CDR. Well, okay, I lied. I take this point out and I put it into there. On blue Ezreal. Or I put it into attack speed. Why not? Why not? This is what I run on blue Ezreal. This plus Lucidity Boots, I get 20% CDR. Iceborne, I get 30. Blue buff is 40. If I get a Spirit Visage as a defensive item, I have 40 in my build. So it's nice. And then defense, we'll talk about defense tree. Please don't put 2 points into this. Even as a tank, building lots of armor and lots of magic resist, this point is almost useless compared to what you get from recovery. 2 health per 5 seconds. It adds up with Feast. It adds up. You don't put 2 points into here. And then obvious, the better choice between, like what people do is they put 2 points here, 2 points there. No. You're obviously, this is out of the 3, this is the best one because you're reducing champion damage by 2. It adds up with Feast, with Recovery. Sorry, my voice is like that. Put 2 points into there. Obviously here, and obviously here. And those are your 9 defensive points. I don't ever go into utility. 3% max HP, like if you take 3 points out to put it in mana regen, you're missing out on a lot of HP, and it does make a difference a lot of times. That's about it. Like, Runes and Masteries are really simple right now. They were a lot different before the attack speed changes. Like attack speed Quint buffs and attack speed blue buffs. I'm pretty sure they did attack speed blue buffs. Oh, but that's it for this video. Hope you guys fix your fucking Runes and Masteries. Because it pains me to see people running the wrong pages. So, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.